Hello, Ceduna Online. Thought I'd come down here today and show you this wonderful looking wall here. Nice new wall that we've got in town. Actually, this is shaping up to be really quite good. It's still happening, but you know, little playground, seats and tables and shelter shed there, and it looks like that's probably a free barbecue. Might check that out later, but this wall is what we're here about today. There is, as fine a looking wall as that is, there's something going on with this wall, and I'm just going to take you and show you what that is. So I'm just going to cover the camera for a second. That's just for privacy, because I'm going to go to someone's private house. Won't be a second though, and I will let this lady tell you everything that's happening with this wall, what they're doing, how it's come about and everything. This is the right house, I think. I'll try the front door first, knock on there. Oh, I didn't even have to knock. Hello, Chris.
I thought I'll see if she's here.
Yeah, good, thanks. This is Chris Gascoigne, everyone.
Hello.
And she's going to show us what's going on with this wall. I've shown them the wall, Chris, but I haven't told them anything about what you're doing.
We had a chap from Galway come.
Hello.
He designed it for us. We basically told him, you know, what we wanted on it, and he designed it. And here is a picture of what it's going to look like. So it's going to go on the wall.
Oh,
like that.
wow!
One coming that way, and then one going that way. So we're actually, this is the crab we're doing now.
Wow. What a design! Oh
yeah,
God, there's some work in that. So how long have you been at it so far, Chris? Do you think?
Well.
I'm upside down here, but...
We got the years out of all? Oh, no. We started on the 25th.
Right.
Of September.
Oh, September.
And we just had a 3-week break because we ran out of coloured tiles.
Oh, no, you had a bit of trouble getting them in, did you? Yeah.
We did. It took 3 weeks. Anyway,
oh, no.
we set this one up. There's another sheet underneath here, which is... that section there is all under there, so once we finish this we can, and that's over there is the top.
Oh, okay.
The top of this section, so we've got to join them together.
Oh my goodness.
So we haven't finished the seagulls.
So how many hours do you think you're up to so far?
I haven't counted them yet.
Wow. 180. Oh.
Yeah. That's with, you know, all the helpers who come in. And Lynn over there's been my right-hand man for most of
awesome.
the time. Lots of different people have come in at odd times, and people still want to come to have a go. But yeah.
And of course, this isn't really that new to you, is it? Because I mean, I know it's a very full-on design, but Chris, you can see around the house here has some gorgeous LED lighting, and I know some of our favourite spots at our house is LED lighting you've done for us. So it's not completely new. So yeah, we're mosaicing. And is it a blue swimmer crab and a King George whiting you've got there?
No, it's actually a mullet.
A mullet. Oh yeah.
Now we have a story.
Okay.
I wanted to include an Aboriginal component, and I went to the Arts and Culture Centre. Oh, so this is an Aboriginal family on the beach.
Okay.
And this is because there are Aboriginal fish traps down here.
Right. Yes.
Peter Miller told me, and I'd confirmed it with a couple of others. And I saw someone at the Arts and Culture Centre, and she said her mother told her that they used to throw a certain berry into the fish traps, and it stunned the fish.
Oh.
And that's how this is the stunned fish that someone's picking up.
Sure.
So I often wondered whether that's where the term stunned mullet came from.
Wow. Well, you know.
It's all like you do see mullet jumping out of the water down there all the time. So that's our blue swimmer crab. They look a bit pale in the picture, but the colours are actually brighter.
Yeah.
On the tiles.
I'm upside down here. I should go around next to Lynn there and get a shot up the right way.
So
I call it Sunday.
actually, mullet. Yeah.
Wow, look
I
at
love
that.
the seagulls. Seagulls look great. There's more on the other one. So we actually now, this has been done on a fiberglass mesh. The pattern underneath, glad wraps up next, and then the fiberglass mesh, and we aquadhere each piece on after we've traced it, cut it out, and yeah, put it on there, and then I will cut through here so it's in sections, and then we lift it up and put it onto the wall.
Wow.
Later on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So even once it's done, that's only half the work, isn't it? Like getting it up is going to be a bit of a thing too. Look at all this. It's just by the time you this is just, you know, I knew what I was coming to see, and I'm mind blown. I had no idea it was like.
Well, it's time consuming, and each piece, you can see, you've got to trace it,
Make it
cut out the shape, make it fit, and leave enough room for grout.
Wow.
But it is satisfying to do.
Few arguments, eh?
A few arguments, John.
John helps a lot. John helps a heck of a lot.
Well, John's very
Makes
clever
a cup
with
of-
things.
makes a cup of tea and
Oh yeah.
Cuts them out and we
cuts a
sand
few
them.
tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays around.
John's very clever with his woodwork and all
Oh,
that
he
sorts of
finishes
things
lots
as
of
well.
things,
So
yeah.
So it was actually funded by Country Arts to a big extent,
okay.
and the hotel and council and West Art have put a
Right.
little bit in as well.
Oh, awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And so, tell me a little bit about it was a fellow, wasn't it, that you've got to design it up
Michael
and.
Ty.
Okay.
He did the lighthouse design for us as well, so I thought I'll go back to him, and he came over for about 4 days and got us started. So he goes away, we finish it off, and then he will come back when it's time to put it on.
Put it
the wall.
on,
We
yeah.
have to,
Yep.
our ratepayers group are going to render the wall so
Okay.
that we can put this on.
Right, so you have to put something
Yeah,
fairly
it's
flat
gotta
on
be
there.
A render, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
So that's the group Chris is talking about. There is the Thevenard ratepayers, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ratepayers and resident groups, big mouthful.
Yeah. Big title, sounds important.
Yeah.
But, and the lighthouse Chris just mentioned before as well, there's a lighthouse down at Pinky Point here in Thevenard, and it's all mosaiced. Great little photo op if you're in town, and you just follow the bay all the way out to the very end of Thevenard, and that's Pinky Point. And there's a lighthouse there that's all mosaiced, and it's got the all the names of the lost souls at sea here in the area, in the region. There as well, if you look down low. Yeah.
Some of that, the printing on that, I think we chose the wrong granite. It was I chose it because it was Calca local granite,
Okay.
but we started off having black print on it, and then that wore off, and we put gold on, and that's still worn off too. So whatever colour you put on there doesn't show up much on that pink and black granite.
Okay. Well, it's it's a good idea to use local,
Yeah,
but if you can, but yeah.
the anchor.
Oh, the anchor, yeah, because the anchor's just gone down at Pinky Point as well.
The LNK anchor, and the boys are in the throes, or our president, Buzzy Willis, is doing up photos that we are actually getting from Greg Sleep, who's written a book about the LNK.
Oh, okay.
And they're in the throes of getting the signs done, so we can put them up and build up a bit more around the edge, because at the minute the cement's about a foot high.
Okay. Actually, yeah, someone did mention on Ceduna Online the other day that it would be good to have a wheelchair access to it, and that, and someone else did mention that it's not done yet, it's not finished, so so we're all in good time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be good because the seafarers are quite interested in being part of it when we open it officially, and the bishop may even come over, or would like to come over if it fits in.
Yeah.
To do it, because the seafarers are quite interested in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fascinating. So just to fill everyone in a little bit, if you're just visiting town or whatever, the LNEK is a ship that actually broke its back and bow and sunk out here off Thevenard. And it's actually now one of the best dives in South Australia out off the island there, apparently, because it's still upright.
I have caught a fish there.
Have you? So you can literally go under the water about, I don't like 3 metres or something, and you're standing on the deck of the ship. So it's an awesome little dive out there off the island. But anyway, it's sunk out here, and the Thevenard ratepayers, again, busy group you are.
Yeah, look, we're small, but we get a few things done, and we do get a lot of support from local businesses and council and hotel.
Well, I'm Ceduna, right?
Yeah, it's just-
Working out here. Yeah, a lot of the people have come out to do it, so we've kept our
Open
list
for
of
that's
anybody.
great.
who's put what hours in, and
Awesome.
you know, the school group, cross-based school group came out, and then another group through I don't know whether it's through Save the Children may come out and do
Oh, right, yep.
some as well. Yeah.
Blokes from the shed.
And blokes from the men's shed.
Oh, yeah, Ceduna Men's Shed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So everyone's getting involved. And anyway, so that LNK that we're talking about, the anchor now has been put out at Pinky Point as well. There's lots to see at Pinky Point now, actually, if you come on out. My family and that went and had tea there the other night. There's a shed there, and tables and chairs and barbecue, yeah, all that stuff there. So yeah, it's great. So if you haven't gone out and seen the new anchor at Pinky Point yet, go on out and have a look. There's a ship at the wharf there now too. At the moment, might be, I don't know when they leave, but it's sometimes it's great to bring the kids up and have a look with the ships under lights and that too. It's pretty specky shot if you're visiting town. So yeah. All the barbecues, of course, are free. This barbecue across here, Chris, is that a barbecue in
It
there?
is a barbecue.
And
It's
that's
an electric one rather than a gas one, and
Okay.
it works so much better than the gas ones do.
Oh, do they? Right. And that's all free to use,
Free,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. So all the barbecues you see around Denal Bay and around in the region are all free to use, I believe. Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for showing us through. So do you have an ETA on to when you might be putting it up?
Well, I would have thought I could have finished before Christmas, maybe, if we hadn't had the 3-week break. So I'm
yes.
learning patience, and I just think it'll happen when it happens. No,
goodness.
yeah, it'll be after Christmas. Well, after Christmas, by the time we render the wall and Mike comes over, and
Hello, darling.
Christmas and New Year get in the way a bit.
I think you're trying to tell me something. Well, the whole time I've been standing here, the ball has been sitting on the chair. He's been looking at me like, come on, throw the ball. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
And John and Lynn. And
Yeah.
I'll leave you. Looks like you're having too much fun.
So we only started back, the new tiles came Friday.
Right.
We were waiting for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, got stuck into it again, so it's nice to get a move on.
So it's still a bit of a pain to get things around then, obviously.
Yeah, it is.
Still
Yeah.
tricky. Yes, I know that.
And estimating how many you need of each colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then these.
The Lynn also is learning patience.
A lot of the colours have come in this size tile, whereas, you know, this bigger tile, that one's been cut. You don't waste as much. We're trying to get the shapes out of the small ones all the time.
Until they break in half like this one, but I'll use both halves now. Instead of being one, it'll be two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talk to ourselves all the time, really.
Oh,
We
well,
talk to each other.
sometimes you have to
Oh,
ask an
we don't
expert, don't you? Oh, lovely. All right, thank you very much for letting us in. And, oh, look at the bay. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that little view up here.
Oh, it's lovely. Just driving around the corner, I could see down into the sea, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
All righty.
Quite cool out here. So we won't be doing it on 40-degree days out here.
I can't blame you. But it's a nice spot, though. Like, it
It is.
feels quite lovely.
Yeah. And I wanted to do it at home. I didn't want to be away from home.
So many hours to
Yeah.
be somewhere else here. No, I understand. Now, I remember the conversation with you before you started,
Right.
and you were saying that you were going to
Do it.
and that, and I'm like, oh, you know, because you were talking about having people in, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, maybe you want a bigger area or something. Now I understand the time. It's, yeah.
Yeah, the other ones we did at the Arts and Culture Centre out in their shed,
Okay.
and that was fine. I enjoyed doing that as well. But I just saw that blank wall and thought we need something on that.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll look great, and facing the street like that,
Yeah.
no, it'll pop for sure. It'll be great.
Hmm.
Lovely. All right, I'll let you get on with your
No
day.
worries.
Thanks for showing us through.
No worries.